It's a bitterly cold night in New York's Central Park. The trees rustle slightly in the wind, as if someone or something might leap out at any moment. Bennett, wearing a tattered gray overcoat, limps forward, his breath rapid and uneven. His leg is clearly injured, and he clutches a paper bag stained with blood. He forces himself down a dim pathway, each footstep echoing unnaturally loud in the empty park. He glances back nervously, as if he's being followed. Not far behind him, a dark figure darts out of the shadows. A man in black is closing in fast, and in his hand a flash of cold steel. A knife! Bennett turns and bolts. His shoes slip slightly on damp leaves. Suddenly, he falls hard. Gasping, he lifts his head and sees the man in black getting closer, eyes cold and unfeeling. His breathing grows so ragged, it almost drowns out the sound of his pounding heart. He tries to get up, to run, but his injured body is exhausted. The attacker now stands right before him. The knife is raised. Suddenly, a voice rings out from a distance, sharp and commanding.
Cut!
Everything freezes. The scene shifts instantly. The haunting chase gives way to the bright lights of a film set. The killer lowers his mask, revealing a slightly embarrassed young man.
Sorry.
He says with a sheepish grin.
Did I run too close and make you fall? I don't think the script said the lead was supposed to fall there.
Bennett, bent over and catching his breath, waves it off with a laugh.
No worries. I just really ran out of steam.
A young woman in a denim jacket and beret hurries over, holding a clipboard and pen.
We're officially wrapped. Bennett, thank you so much for sticking with us through these night shoots. And I have to say, that fall just now? Perfect. The expression on your face, brilliant. That's why I didn't call cut immediately.
This is Dora, a third-year film student and the director of the project. On a shoestring student budget, she'd managed to cast Bennett as her lead. As the student playing the attacker and a female crew member start packing up equipment, Dora turns back to Bennett with a hint of guilt.
I'm really sorry we couldn't offer more. Having a pro like you in a student film, it must have felt like a step down.
Don't say that.
Bennett replies.
It felt good to reconnect with the kind of passion students bring to their work.
You're amazing. I mean, you're a real Broadway actor, and you brought that same intensity to our little film. Dora looks at him with admiration.
When it comes to acting,
Bennett says with a smirk.
I've always been confident. After all, rehearsal is basically our daily routine.
Well, I owe you at least a little something in return. How about a drink to celebrate? There's a great bar nearby, my treat.
Bennett chuckles.
As long as I don't have to run another 500 meters, I'm in.
Inside the apartment, Emma is standing at the stove, focused on tossing shrimp in a skillet. The sound of her spatula tapping against the cast iron pan creates a steady rhythm. The air is filled with the mouth-watering aroma of garlic, butter, and a hint of lemon. Zoe sits on a bar stool, scrolling through her phone. She casually snatches a piece of perfectly cooked broccoli off the cutting board and pops it into her mouth.
This tastes pretty good,
she says.
Did you come up with the recipe yourself?
Nope. Sophia taught me. She said this way brings out the most flavor.
Zoe smiles, but pauses slightly at the mention of Sophia's name.
Right. You grew up with Sophia, so of course she'd teach you how to cook.
Yeah. Back in our hometown, I used to eat her cooking all the time. She taught me a bunch of the basics too, so I'd say I've got some decent skills. Thinking back, those days were really something.
Emma says, her voice trailing off with nostalgia.
Lucky you, having a pro teach you firsthand. But hey, I had my fair share of Sophia's cooking too, back when she lived here.
Oh yeah. She lived here for over a year, so you must have had plenty of chances.
Well, not exactly how you'd think.
Zoe says, her tone shifting slightly. Emma picks up on the change.
Oh. Sounds like there's a story there.
And no, it's nothing.
Zoe quickly shuts it down.
All right, no pressure.
Emma says, then glances around.
Wait, I think I left one of the ingredients in the living room.
Just then, voices and the sound of the front door opening come from the living room. Zoe listens for a second.
Sounds like Bennett's back. He didn't come home last night.
At the entrance, Bennett and Dora walk in together, laughing and chatting. Dora is holding tightly onto Bennett's arm, the two of them looking unmistakably like a couple. Dora teases him.
What do you think your roommates will say?
You disappear for one night and come back with a new girlfriend?
They might be a little surprised.
Bennett chuckles. Dora looks up at him, her expression softening.
To be honest, I didn't expect us to become a couple so fast.
Bennett gently taps her on the nose.
Yeah, it's a bit sudden. But sometimes, feelings just hit you out of nowhere.
Dora frowns slightly, thoughtful.
Still, do you think things might fizzle just as quickly? I mean, I want a relationship that lasts. Maybe I'm a bit old-fashioned that way.
Lasting love wouldn't be so bad.
Bennett says with a slightly awkward smile. Just then, the kitchen door opens and Emma steps out, greeting them.
Hey, Bennett.
Hey, let me introduce you, this is Dora.
Dora smiles and says,
You've got such an academic vibe. You must be Emma, right?
Emma laughs.
Wow, that obvious? Yeah, that's me.
Bennett adds,
I wanted Dora to meet everyone today. But my phone's dead. I'm just gonna run upstairs to grab my charger. Be right back.
He heads upstairs, leaving Dora and Emma alone. Emma gestures.
Come on in, don't just stand at the door. Have a seat in the lounge.
As they walk into the room, Dora looks around and says,
This place feels cozy. Must be nice living here.
It's not bad. Everyone here is really friendly.
Dora leans in slightly, her eyes narrowing playfully.
So, can I ask? What kind of guy is Bennett?
Emma hesitates.
Well, I just moved in recently. I've only heard bits and pieces from Sophia.
Sophia? Another tenant?
No, she was the one who lived here before me. My good friend, actually. She moved out right when I was moving to New York, so she recommended this place.
Oh, I see. So you're the new roommate, and I'm the brand new girlfriend. Nice to meet you. So, what did Sophia say about Bennett?
Emma thinks for a second.
I think she said he's charming, really good with women, always dating someone new.
Emma suddenly realizes she's gone too far and backtracks.
Anyway, she said he's got great social skills.
Dora raises an eyebrow.
I heard that. Were you about to say he changes girlfriends a lot?
And no, that's not what I meant.
Just then, Bennett comes back downstairs and opens the living room door. Emma jumps at the chance to escape the awkwardness.
Oh, I just came to grab an ingredient. Gotta finish cooking.
She grabs a paper bag from the table and rushes back into the kitchen. Bennett watches her dash off, confused. He turns to Dora, who now looks deep in thought, her expression unreadable. Back in the kitchen, Emma returns to find Zoe stirring the white sauce in the pan.
You're stirring it the way I showed you, right?
Emma asks. Of course, Zoe replies, focused. I've been taking it seriously. So, Were you just chatting with Bennett outside?
Yeah, he brought his new girlfriend back.
Oh. Then I'll go say hi. Last week I talked to his girlfriend about her skincare brand. I wonder if she remembers. I'll chat with her a bit and then run out to grab some beers for everyone. The spatula's all yours.
Got it. I'll take over.
Zoe hands Emma the spatula and heads toward the door. But just as she reaches it, Emma murmurs to herself.
Wait a second, didn't Dora say they've only been dating for one day?
In the living room, Zoe walks straight up to Dora with a friendly grin and extends her hand.
Hey! Nice to see you. Do you remember me?
Dora looks confused.
Last week, you mentioned your skincare brand. You never told me the name. I've been waiting for your message.
Skincare brand? Last week?
Dora looks puzzled. Zoe stares at her face more closely and suddenly realizes.
Wait a minute, you're not the same girl Bennett brought home last week.
Bennett immediately jumps in, trying to cover.
This is Dora. We just started dating today.
Zoe's eyes go wide. Realizing her mistake, she quickly shakes Dora's hand.
Nice to meet you, Dora. I totally mistook you for someone else. I was just about to go grab some beers. Gotta run.
She bolts out the door without another word. Dora stays frozen in place, expression blank. Bennett tries to smooth things over.
That was Zoe. I told you about her. She's the one who does influencer stuff online. Bit scatterbrained sometimes. Gets people mixed up.
Dora remains silent. Her expression slowly darkens. After a long pause, she finally says,
Mixing people up is one thing, but are you cheating on me?
No. I just broke up with my last girlfriend last week. If I were cheating, would I really bring you home to meet my roommates?
Dora pauses, processing his answer. It makes some sense. Her face softens slightly.
All right. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I need to use the bathroom.
Bennett points.
Just outside the living room, to the left.
Dora heads out. About 30 seconds later, the front door opens again. Ethan walks in, his steps heavy. As he enters, he stops and stands still, facing away from the room. Bennett notices and calls out,
Hey, Ethan. You okay? You look kinda down.
Ethan sighs.
I went to meet a girl I've been talking to online.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that earlier this week. You were pretty excited about her, right?
Yeah, I thought she was sweet, chatty. Looked really cute in her photos. But
what? She didn't look the same in person?
no. It's not that. She just didn't seem interested. We had dinner, and then she made up an excuse and left.
Really? That sucks. I mean, you're not a bad catch. Maybe it just wasn't the right match.
Maybe.
Ethan says, clearly disappointed.
Honestly, I don't think I'm very good at talking to girls.
Bennett offers encouragement.
You're not bad. I've seen you talk to Zoe, you're pretty natural with her.
Well, yeah, that's 'cause we're close. But yeah, I know I can be a bit blunt. That's why I wanted your advice.
Mine?
Yeah. We've known each other for a year now. I've seen how smooth you are with women, how you charm them. Honestly, you've brought back at least, 10 different girls in the past year? If anyone can teach me something, it's you.
At this point, Ethan notices Bennett's eyes dart toward the door. He turns to look. And there's Dora, standing just behind the door, frozen. She's heard everything. Dora walks past Ethan, expression stony. She stops in front of Bennett, says nothing. Smack! She slaps him hard across the face.
You're a professional actor, all right.
She spits.
Even your relationships are just performances?
It's not like that.
Bennett tries to explain. But Dora won't listen. She grabs her bag and storms out the door. Outside, Zoe has just returned from the store, holding a bag of beer. She sees Dora rush past, tears in her eyes.
Dora? What happened?
Zoe calls out instinctively. Back in the living room, Ethan is still frozen in place, trying to process what just happened. After a long silence, he finally murmurs.
Wait. Did I say something wrong? Who was that girl?
Bennett answers quietly.
That was my new girlfriend. We've only been dating for a day.
Oh. I see.
Ethan looks mortified.
Crap, I'm so sorry. I had no idea she was behind me.
It's fine. You didn't know. It's not your fault.
Bennett slumps back onto the couch, gazing up at the ceiling, lost in thought. After a moment, Ethan says,
So, does that mean you were cheating?
No. If I was cheating, why would I bring her home to meet everyone?
Good point. Actually, now that I think about it, even though you're never short on girlfriends, I don't remember you ever dating two at once.
Finally, someone speaks the truth.
Bennett mutters. Ethan pauses, then asks,
Are you going to go after her?
Bennett stares at the ceiling a bit longer. Then, after a beat, he replies softly.
Maybe she's not the right one for me. She wants something long-term, something stable, but I don't think I'm there yet.
Just then, the kitchen door swings open and Emma steps out holding a plate of food, freshly cooked pasta, still steaming. She sees Ethan standing awkwardly and Bennett lying on the couch, the mood thick in the air.
What's going on? Zoe's still not back? Where's Dora?
Before Ethan can answer, Bennett speaks up quickly.
She left. It's fine. Nothing to worry about. That smells amazing, by the way.
Emma smiles faintly.
It's creamy shrimp pasta. Sorry, this one's for Zoe and me. You guys only get a taste.
Bennett waves it off.
Fair enough. Hey, actually, that reminds me. Sophia gave me 2 breakfast recipes a while ago. I tried one the other day, and it turned out pretty great. There's one more I haven't made yet. How about this Saturday morning? I'll cook it for everyone. 1 portion each.
That sounds awesome.
Ethan lights up at the suggestion. That night, the apartment was livelier than expected. Some feelings spark quickly, and just as quickly, can shatter. But Bennett chose to let go of something that wasn't meant to last. And in the little things like a homemade breakfast, he began finding his rhythm again. He decided to keep moving forward, leaving today behind where it belongs, in yesterday.
Volk.